Hello and welcome to Riffle Shuffle and Roll. My name is Mark, and today I want to teach you how to play the updated rules for Collapsi. Collapsi is a game for 2 to 4 players in which you're moving around the grid, collapsing cards as you go. The board shrinks, your ability to move diminishes, and the last player able to move successfully wins the game. If this is your first time learning how to play Collapsi, everything you need to know is in this video. If you've already learned how to play Collapsi and you're just here for the rules update, I have timestamps in the description that will take you directly to those rule changes. They're both in the beginning of the game, so very easy to get to here in this video. All right, let's dive in and learn how to play. In order to play Collapsi with a 4x4 grid, you will need 4 aces, 4 twos, 4 threes, 2 fours, and 2 jacks. You will also need 2 pieces. Any item around the house will work as long as they are both unique, one for each player. In order to set up the game, you are going to shuffle the deck and then begin dealing out a 4x4 grid. Player 1 in this example will be red. Player 2 will be blue. As you deal, the first jack that is revealed will be red's starting card. All right. The second jack that is revealed will be player 2's starting card. And then you continue to deal out the rest of the cards. And that's how to set up the 4x4 grid for Collapsi. Now let's move on to starting moves. This is the only other update to the game. On your first turn, your starting jack is a 1. It's essentially a 1. And if I were going to do special cards for this or tiles, your starting card would be a 1, like an ace, but with a star. So you know that it's a starting card or tile. Red always goes first, and you may move 1 space from your starting card. In Collapsi, you can wrap around the board from top to bottom or from left to right or vice versa, bottom to top, right to left. Think of like an old school video game. If Pac-Man moved off the screen to the left, he'd come back on the same row on the right side of the screen. And that's what you can do here. By moving off the left of the row, you can come back on the right side of the row. The same goes for top to bottom or bottom to top. If our player exits the bottom, they re-enter the column from the top. You'll see that there are some limitations to movement though once cards start collapsing. Red goes first. They'll move 1 space here to this number 2. You collapse the card once you leave it. A collapsed card cannot be passed through. It cannot be landed on. It has collapsed and it is now unusable. Player 2's turn. Their movement is a little more limited because 2 is here. Blue cannot wrap from bottom to top because you cannot end your turn on a card that is occupied by an opponent's piece. You may pass through it and use it as part of your movement, but you cannot end your turn on it. We'll have player 2 go here to this 3 and collapse their jack. From this point on, players must move a number of spaces based on the number on the card from which they're starting their turn. This card is called your starting card. Red's turn, their starting card is a 2. They must move 2 spaces. Movement is orthogonal in this game, and you can do a combination of directions on your turn. So for red, since they can move 2, they could go straight down 2. They could go to the right 2. Or they could do a combination, like to the right 1 and down 1. There are no diagonal movements in this game. Red cannot wrap around because of this collapsed card. This column is now blocked for wrapping. And we're going to go ahead and have red do that. They'll come down here to this 2 and collapse their starting card. There is one more rule about movement. You cannot backtrack, and I can show you that with blue. So blue gets to move 3 spaces. They must move 3. And what I mean by no backtracking is your path must use unique cards. So blue could go 1, 2, 3, for example. every card they used for their movement was unique. You cannot backtrack, so this movement is illegal. 1, 2, 3. Notice how blue moved on to this 3 of clubs twice. That is illegal. You cannot do that. Of course, blue is able to wrap around a couple different ways here. Blue could go 1, 2, 3, wrapping from the right side of the row to the left, and then moving up. Or they could wrap from bottom to top, 1, 2, 3, or any combination of moves. And you can even wrap in a different column or row altogether, like so. 1, 2, wrap around, 3. There are a lot of possibilities for movements until cards start collapsing. Those collapsed cards will limit your movement, but always keep how to wrap around in mind as a way to trap your opponent. And ultimately, that is the objective of this game. Each player will continue to play, as described here, until one person is unable to move. At that point, the game comes to an end, and the last player able to complete a move wins. Let's go ahead and fast forward here so you can see how the end of the game looks. Here we have fast forwarded a few moves. It is red's turn. They move 2, 1, 2. Collapse the card behind them. Blue's turn. They must move 3, and they cannot do so. 1, 2 is not enough. 1, 2, not enough. 1, 2. They can't wrap around anywhere. So they are stuck. Blue is unable to move. Red was the last player able to move. So red is the winner. And that's how to play Collapsi. If you have any questions about the game, or if you'd like to let me know your experience playing it, be sure to let me know down in the comments. If you found this video helpful, or if you find Collapsi enjoyable, the best thing you can do to support me is subscribe, ring the bell, give this video a thumbs up, and leave a comment down below. If you would like printable rules for Collapsi, I have a link in the description. That link will take you to my itch.io page where you can download the rules and keep them for yourself. This video is part of my Toys for Tots fundraiser. My goal is $1,000 by Christmas time. We're at, I believe, 730, somewhere around there so far. And I will match whatever we raise up to 1,000. So I'm very excited to do that. And whatever you donate goes directly to Toys for Tots. So the button for that, or the information for that, should be here next to the video. That's all I have for today. I hope you found this video helpful. I hope you find the game enjoyable. And I've got more games for you here if you want to check them out. There's a playlist of nothing but my design and a playlist of other board games you might like. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, keep on playing.